You gain strength, courage, and confidence in every situation in which you stand to look fear in the face. This is a well-known quote from Eleanor Roosevelt, the former First Lady of the United States. Eleanor was a remarkable woman who was known for her resilience, for her wisdom, and for her commitment to social progress. Today, I would like to pay tribute to Eleanor Roosevelt. In my speech, I will praise Eleanor for her activism in women's rights, her activism for civil rights, and her humanitarian work. Eleanor is very well known for her activism in women's rights. On History.com, the article named "The Unprecedented Activism from Inside the White House" states that she was a very vocal advocate for equal pay for women. She was aware of the wage gap and how that hindered women's economic independence and equality in the workforce. She lobbied for policies that closed that wage gap and allowed women equal pay. And as a woman, I'm very grateful to Eleanor Roosevelt for her activism in women's rights. Now that I've mentioned her activism in women's rights, I will now go into her civil rights activism. She's also very well known for her civil rights activism. The museum, the Franklin D. Roosevelt Museum and Library, located in New York City, has a website, and they state that in 1939, she resigned from the DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution, when they did not allow African American singer Marian Anderson to perform in their Constitution Hall in Washington, D.C. She further showed her support for Marian by inviting her to perform at the White House when the King and Queen of England came to visit later that year. And this act shows how she did not believe in segregation, and she believed that anyone of any color should be treated the same as anyone else. And for that, I'm very grateful to Eleanor Roosevelt. I am grateful for her civil rights activism. Along with being a civil rights activist, a women's activist, she was also a humanitarian worker. According to the article titled "Eleanor Roosevelt's Pushed for Universal Declaration for Human Rights," posted on History.com, it states that she worked tirelessly to help those in need. Following World War II, many had been displaced and there were many refugees. She personally worked tirelessly to help relocate those people and brought attention to their situations. She helped rehabilitate and rehome and resettle many people. And as someone who believes that we as humans should help one another, I am very grateful to Eleanor Roosevelt for her humanitarian efforts. And in conclusion, Eleanor Roosevelt's dedication to advocating for women's rights, for civil rights, and for humanitarian efforts, it continues to inspire us generations. It continues to inspire us decades later. It reminds us that it gives us the example that we can create a fair and just world for all. And Eleanor's actions proves that she lived up to her words. You gain strength, courage, and confidence in every situation in which you look fear in the face. It reminds us that when we confront challenges, it can lead to personal growth and social progress.